What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We will be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussions that we do every trading day. As you know that today is weekend and we see a very interesting price action in most of the major pairs, including gold, euro dollar, British pound, US dollar as weekend, and there is a significance. There is a monthly, weekly close, and also end of the year the market will definitely be extremely volatile, so we are on it. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have. We'll look at one by one all of them. So let's first of all find out what's happening with the gold. Now gold is significantly bullish, as I have mentioned in all my analysis, including in the weekly forex forecast. Gold is doing exactly as it is. So let's first, as like every day, we start with gold, as this is the most interesting pair. Now let's look at first of all monthly perspective. We see that gold monthly bullish. This is the monthly price action. As you can see, gold has created this strong bullish movement. Now after this previous monthly bullish engulfer, what we see that gold this month from this monthly level of support has a bounce. What I think that as the price is flowing to the upside, 9 hours only remaining this monthly close, we could see a strong push to the upside. Even we could see that this monthly resistance is broken, and then maybe we could see later a retracement. So with that being said, on the monthly perspective, gold is bullish. If we look at the weekly price action, now the weekly candle that has formed on gold is really bullish. What do I mean by really bullish? If we look at this support, let's draw, and basically if we closely look at in this zone, what do we see that gold, in fact, there is a weekly green candle. There is opening and closing. There is a doji on the weekly. There's another doji opening and close. So this is in fact a very important level where we have seen that gold has opened with a gap down, created a weakless candle, and then we have seen that aggressively rejected to the upside. So this is the this is the gold price action currently staying at the top, and I think that we should see further move, as already the price has reached 1820, which is in fact significant movement. Now daily perspective, you can see there is a daily bullish engulfer, weakless candle, half body half wick on the daily perspective on gold, followed by a narrow red doji, followed by a green candle. Now today what we see that gold is forming in fact a middleman or a doji, giving us potential break to the upside, because in fact overall price action on gold, you can see that this is long-term bull market. Now okay, we see that the price is moving along this channel. Okay, so this is a bullish price action moving along this channel, and the price, as you can see from this support, has been rejected to the upside, bounced from this support. Now this is the daily candle, which is almost in the middle of the channel. What I think that this price is likely to go up, at least hitting this resistance level, highly likely. So this is the daily chart. If we look at intraday perspective on gold, what we see that this is the 4-hour time frame that has a long wick at the bottom, and we see that there is in fact a fake double top here, and also we see at the same time now forming a double bottom. Now if we closely look at this kind of price action, I really love to trade, because this, if you see this following the order block, there is a narrow doji here, that previous resistance and the same level in the past also acted here as a support. So this is an order block. As you can see, this is where the big boys open position. So this is there is a strong level of demand zone here and then has broken, the prices come back to the same level. So this resistance with this narrow doji turn support, and from the same level creating a higher low. We see that gold now forming a bullish candle, though it is still 1 hour 20 minutes to go. But we see that this is looking like a bullish candle on gold. So basically gold is showing a strongly bullish move. Hopefully guys that you are enjoying. Make sure guys that you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out any of the content, anything we are releasing every single day to help you in your trading. So let's look at Mila. Good morning Nizam, thank you. Mila, hi coach, thank you. Good evening sir, thank you. Mansuki, good afternoon coach, thank you. Mansuki, NASDAQ, yeah, thank you Mansuki. Jordan, good evening sir, thank you very much. Hagai, good day coach, I have learned a lot about Forex just from you, thank you for that. As I will be clocking 1 year next month, I wish you best and thank you for the knowledge shared. Absolutely Mansuki, thank you very much. Amazing. Okay, very good, good job. Euro dollar, yeah, we'll look at now euro dollar. Let's find out euro dollar. Now before we jump onto the euro dollar, let's jump onto Euro JPY. Guys, this is the trade that we have opened in our live session yesterday. As you remember, this is Euro JPY trade, and I hope that everyone have enjoyed this trade. You can remember that during this live session we have opened this trade in community for the communities, all of you guys, to help you learn trading. And also I have posted the same trade to our VIP channel and also in my account, incredible winning trade. So let me recap that trade guys, so that because what's worked out in front of you in this live session, definitely something you can learn. Because before we take the trade, sometimes we stay in confusion, but when the trade worked out, definitely something to look at. So let's jump on to that trade to do a full analysis. Why did I took this trade? As I mentioned yesterday, that we do have a specific strategies to trade this kind of trade, but let me explain the reason behind the trade, so that if you are very advanced in trading, you will be able to understand. Even if you are a beginner, you should be able to understand. I will try to give you easiest way to learn and understand it, how you can catch this kind of trade. So when the trade was open, this candle was closed, right? Okay, and this is what exactly the situation in this live session, as you remember yesterday. So this is Euro JPY guys. Always keep in mind that always look at the bigger picture. This is what I called the 4. Okay, so the 4 is monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour. Now it could be the lower time frame, let's say daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. So if you're trading on 15 minutes, normally I try to align 4 time frame in the same boat. So it depends, but when there is a 4 time frame aligning together, this is where high probability. It's like a scoring, you know, when you play a game, let's say you add up scores, right? 2, 3, like that. So the more, you know, the stronger the confluences, the higher the probability. So we see that Euro JPY, going to the daily just to see on the daily the picture. This is the picture on Euro JPY daily perspective. Now look at this one here. This is the impulse. Okay, so when you open a market, if you are a completely beginner as a trader, you will be able to understand it. In fact, always keep in mind that the market either will go up, down, okay, or in a sideway. So the first step when you open a chart is to find out the market structure. What is the situation in the market? Is it going up, going down, or in a sideway? Because the first question to take a trade, you need to ask yourself, should I buy or should I sell? So to answer this question, you need to know either to press red button or green button, and to do that you need to know either it's an uptrend or downtrend or in a sideway. So this one, let's say, even if you are a complete beginner trader, if I ask you that, okay, what is the situation in this market? Is it an uptrend or in a downtrend? When you, to answer this question, either it's in an uptrend or in a downtrend, you need to find out the impulse. Always keep in mind that you will find out the impulse. So once you found the impulse, okay, then you know that, okay, which way to look for the trading opportunity. Once you found the impulse, the next step is for you to rise up, okay, like that, and then for consolidation. So with one candle on the daily, now see how many days it took almost to go half, right? So that's the sign that the price action is bearish. Okay, so this is the main thing that you need to understand when you are opening your trade. Now if I look at now intraday perspective, this is where we have opened this trade. Now you see that this red candle is an impulse and this is correction. Okay, as you can see, with that correction we see a local uptrend on this one. This is the local uptrend. Okay, with that local uptrend, when do you consider this local uptrend changing to the downtrend? Is from the, again, the pattern. You can see there is a double top, okay, or a triple top. You can see that back to back three tops. Okay, with that double top, the price has broken down strongly, followed by this correction. So with the double top breakdown correction, now when the price corrected to this level, what we see that this is the previous neckline of this double top, this support, which is turning resistance here, and from that level we have seen a very strong bearish engulfer has formed. Now there is in fact a liquidity gap here multiple times, and if you closely look at the high of this candle, what we see that there is in fact, it has crossed the previous candle's high, okay, which is a very strong bearish price action. And as a result, you see the closed candle is a full body that giving a huge volume in this trade, and as a result what we have seen that it worked out well. We placed a pending order, and then later it was supposed to hit the TP today and did that exactly as it is. Give a big thumbs up and also subscribe, and also check out the website link in the description if you want to learn more about this kind of strategy. There's a discount going on. You can visit us and also join us Forex Trading Wizard Academy to become an independent, professional, profitable trading wizard. So with that said, let's jump on to the chat to see guys what you are up to. Thank you. Hi Victor, thank you. Dollar yen, absolutely. US30, thanks, that was a good, took tighten up a bit, perfect trade, thank you, no problems, thank you very much. Please help, I'm short on CAD CHF. Oh, look at it. Yes, I made 9.48% of Euro JPY. Thanks coach, no problems. Mansuki, amazing, very good, very good. Hi coach, wish you good luck in a new year. Amy, thank you, wish you too good luck in the new year, and everyone happy new year based on where you are. Advance happy new year, as today's the live trading today, and tomorrow will be another recorded video, may not be able to say. So yeah, hopefully that everyone enjoying your time. Please look at possible entries for gold. I have currently placed sell pending orders for my analysis. Yeah, I'll look at it. Sherry, good day boss. Thank you Sherry. Hi coach, good evening from Philippines. Thank you. Euro USD coach, please Euro CAD. specific GBP USD. Absolutely, thank you very much. So let's jump on to now some of the pairs that we will be looking at. GBP USD. Okay, looking at first of all monthly. Now this is the monthly price action, guys, which is closing very soon, a couple of hours later. Now this is what I mentioned previously, remember, on GBP USD, that price likely to break the monthly low and then to bounce back, and GBP USD has done that exactly, has come to this monthly level of support and then has bounced back. Now looking at the weekly, we see that on the weekly perspective, GBP USD is now creating, that it's decelerating, because basically this is a strong bullish impulse followed by this correction. Okay, so basically this is still bullish. If we take our Fibonacci for this move, from this starting of this to the end of the move, what we see that GBP USD just been retraced 38.2% Fibonacci level. So with that Fibonacci level, what we see that GBP USD basically now pushing to the upside. It's an impulse correction. Now it is in another impulse. If it's slowly preparing for an impulse, looks like that on the weekly, because if you compare the green candles and the red candles, you'll understand that in fact the bulls are very strong in comparison with the bears. Now looking at the daily perspective, what we see that on British pound US dollar, see this is the level where this is the previous resistance, which is turning support. Now what we see that this resistance, which is turning support here on GBP USD, and quite a few days consolidation, but at the same time it seems like that this price is preparing for a bullish move. I think that once the monthly will close, basically highly likely that it might close as a monthly doji, and from this support we could see a bounce. Now if I look at the 4 hour on GBP USD, what I see that on GBP USD, you can see that in fact this is a pattern is being formed, and this is what in my previous analysis I mentioned, that the price is likely to create a consolidation pattern here and then likely to go bullish, and the price is doing exactly as it is. Now what we can see that it's creating series of higher low, and then the price is creating a bullish move. So what I think that on British pound US dollar, it's currently in a sideway. This market is currently not suitable for trading at all, in my opinion. If you are trading on the higher time frame, let's say if you are trading on 5 minutes, yeah, there you could be finding some trade, but for the time being we will be observing. What I'm expecting for this price to start to be bullish, because again going back to monthly, because there's a monthly close coming, and we see that the price action is forming a monthly doji. Now there is another probability for the price to even to be bearish after the monthly close, based on how the candle closing. What I think that after the monthly close we might see break of this monthly low and then again going bullish. So it's still probability for bullish move. So basically how the structure is being formed here. Okay, if it let's say melt, then we might see like that a bigger move. Based on how it is doing, we'll be taking a trade, either bull or bears. First let it consolidate and then we'll find out. So for the time being, let's see what happened in the progression of this session. We'll see how we can find trading opportunity. Sir, I'm impressed with Euro JPY magic. I made amazing 4,000. Yeah, very good profit on this. Amazing, thank you very much for that. Can you let us know again how the magic happens? Otherwise, yeah, sure, why not? Shady, what signal will gold show before you enter buy? Yeah, absolutely. So may I do AUD USD? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. So basically, what we talked about magic yesterday. Oh, Martin. Okay, Martin. So basically, what we talk about is, you know, that Euro JPY. It's happened. It's a good trade. Absolutely nice looking trade. But thing is that what is we talk about the magic means like, you know, real life things, that how you can you know, bring anything in your life. That was the magic. So magic is basically 3 steps. Always keep in mind. Step number 1, you need to know exactly what you want. Okay, be sure, be specific about what you want. Okay, so how do you, like, most of us even don't, you know, ponder in that question. We think that we know, that's why you don't even ask this question. This is the main thing. You know, I'm sure that every one of you listening was thinking that, okay, I know what I want. I want to be successful, I want to be trader, but we don't want to think much deep into it. But once you think deep into it, you'll see that actually you don't know exactly what you want. So you need to be specific about what you want. This is the first step. Step number 2 is, once you know exactly what you want, the next step is you have to believe that it's already in position with you. Okay, that is the real secret. You need to know exactly what you want, and you need to have already in position with you. So 3-step magic. What is the step number 3? I want an answer in the chat. Let me see how many of you are coming up with the answer. So the first step is exactly know what you want. Second step is you need to know, you have to believe that it's already in your position exactly what you want. It's already have, without any doubt. The less doubt you will have, the quicker it will have, like, you will make it. Now the third step, let me see how many of you are following up. So let me do 3-step process. I'll come back to this on the third step after I get a replay on the chat. So in the meantime, let me look at what's happening with, okay, looking at GBP CAD. Okay, we have opened another trade today on after closing Euro JPY. We have opened another trade on GBP CAD, which is also running in profit, guys. So GBP CAD, let me tell you why I have sent this alert as well in the VIP Telegram channel to the students who are trading with us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So basically, next one is GBP CAD that we have sold. Now the reason GBP CAD, let me tell you exactly what's the reason behind the trade. Now this is the candle that has closed, and we have in the same way we have entered as a pending order. Now this current candle that has closed, which is in fact significantly bearish. Now if I turn on my TF indicator, we see back-to-back 3 sell signal on GBP CAD, and all of them are in fact profitable trades. So this one that we have entered. Now this TF indicator is our TF, or trend following strategy indicator, that is translated into a Pine script so that we can use it. Students can use it, because sometimes the rules we might forget, but if you the rules is ready for as an indicator, it becomes much easier to screen out the trades that we need to find out. It's much easier, and also available for MT4 version. Anyone with our lifetime access member, you can access it from your dashboard. How you can use it, you can find all the details in your student dashboard. If you are not in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, you can join us, link in the description area, to access this incredible trading tool. So with that bearish engulfer, we have seen the price basically crossed quite a few sessions high, okay, and also crossed this 20 EMA, grab huge liquidity from here, and then close back below as a bearish engulfer. Now what you can see that next one is, as a result, we have seen now it's coming back down, and hopefully that in this session we should have some profit on it, even full profit. As soon as we'll find, we'll close the trade with profit. As this is weekend, we might even, let's say if it has come to this zone in profit before we can close, we might take the profit out of the table, as this is weekend, the trade in running in profit, and we'll keep it. Now if I look at bigger picture on GBP CAD, if this is the daily chart, you can see that if you look at the monthly, there is a strong rejection on the monthly from this monthly resistance level, a long rejection. Now with that rejection, what we can expect on GBP CAD, the price to continue to drop. Now if we look at the weekly perspective, first of all, there is a liquidity gap on the weekly, big bearish candle followed by another bearish engulfer, followed by another bearish candle. So back to back, quite a few weeks drop. And what I think that the way the price action is forming is, this is the impulse on the weekly correction. If we take our Fibonacci, what we see that in fact the price now exactly at 38.2%. I think that this will come back down further because there is no significant level of support to stop this price. Now if I look at daily, you can see that GBP CAD with that strong bearish candle on the daily, every day creating series of lower high, followed by we see a narrow doji here on the daily. Okay, from that doji we have seen that GBP CAD now is melting, and what I think that this price will continue to drop even to this level of support, or even may break this level. So with that in mind, on the intraday we see smooth. You can remember guys that even when this candle was closed yesterday in this live session, this is what I mentioned when it was forming, that the price is likely to drop, and did it. Probably anyone have opened the trade, definitely made a good trade on this one. Now multiple time liquidity grab, that means that we could see a very strong drop in this one. So we might even could hold some position. If we close some part we can hold to see how the price will move. So GBP CAD showing a very strong bearish price action. Coach, dollar yen started a new sell. We'll look at it to be in the alpha brain. Amazing work for it. Thank you. Work towards the goal. How to make it happen. Very good. Wow, very good answer. Live as if you already have received or manifested what you seek. Create an identity. Very good. Today's, wow, everyone came up with incredible answer, guys. Very good answer. I am really impressed with the knowledge that you have. Absolutely. See, third step, everyone, what you guys said, everyone is right on this aspect. So basically what you need to do is on this one, on the third step, what you have said plus what you need here is, this is also very, very important, and this is where the most people caught up, is you need to let go of that things, like let go of the need of having it. So it's a complete paradox, and this is where the biggest trap comes, or people stop, and that is why it becomes so difficult for some people, is because, see, the first step is you need to know exactly. The second step is you need to have it already. See how the paradoxical. In the third step, you need to let go of the need to have it. You understand it? So what happened is that if you, let's say, if you stuck here, then in the first step you know that exactly what you want, very clear, you already have it. Even without having, you believe that you already have in your position. Now what will happen, this is where the stuck people, because we now desperately want it. The stronger you will want it, the stronger will be the resistance, because once you say that, okay, I already have in position, you said, but in another subconsciously, or you started to think that, okay, I don't have that, I said that I have, and then you started to desperately want to have it. And the stronger will be the desperate, like you will want it, the stronger will be the resistance. You need to let go of the need to have it and then work towards it without expectation. Like, for example, you act on it, but do not expect or do not control the outcome, in another word. Okay, and then the true magic will happen. So the first step, exactly know what it is. Second step, have in possession without any doubt. Third step, let go the need to have it, let it go. Like you say that, okay, no problem, if I don't get it, I'm okay with it. Okay, and then work towards it without specific, like, controlling an outcome, because the stronger you will have a desire to have it, the stronger you will try to control the outcome, like the way you want it, and then it will create a resistance. And that's it, that is where the flow doesn't come. And if you can match these three, there will be real magic, whatever you want in life. So with that in mind, let me look at the chat, guys. Hopefully that you are enjoying this mixed trading with some other things that really need. That's why the Forex Trading Wizard Academy is so unique in its approach. Hopefully that you're enjoying. Okay, so AUD USD explain, please. Yeah, absolutely. So okay, NASDAQ 100, please, coach. Yeah, absolutely. So let's look at AUD USD, and then we'll look at, so AUD USD. If we look at the monthly perspective, this is what I mentioned in the monthly, in the weekly Forex forecast. This is what I think it is doing now. AUD USD closing as a monthly doji. So closing as a monthly doji means that it could be a green doji or red doji anywhere. So you could see AUD USD, I think, remaining in this zone on the monthly, as the monthly candle is close coming. So weekly perspective, what we see that on the weekly, after this previous weekly doji, there is a small body. It's a long wick at the top, long wick at the bottom, and then we see that from this support on the weekly perspective on AUD USD, so from the support, a very strong bullish candle is forming on the weekly perspective. Now what we see that I think this price will continue to rise. Now looking at the daily, now this is the daily. The previous day there is a strong liquidity grab in it, as you can see on AUD USD. If we turn on our TF indicator, we see in fact bullish zone here. Now the previous day, this daily candle, which has in fact a long bullish engulfer, which has a long wick at the bottom, and with that bullish engulfer, what we see now today, the price is forming so far, it's kind of dodgy, and I think that this price will continue to rise. And even after the monthly close, we could see that AUD USD is going up. So looking at all this, see, this is what I mentioned, that 4 time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, and 4 hour giving us the same direction. But at the same time, you can see AUD USD is at the top, forming this doji, which is in fact not suitable. This is not an entry, but what we can expect this price to come back down further to give us potential bullish setup. So I normally try to keep element of false breakout or liquidity gap when I enter a trade. So with that in mind, AUD USD, what we can expect this price to continue to rise. As soon as we'll find entry along this zone, we'll go long. So CAD CHF, one of you said that CAD CHF. Okay, so what do you see that CAD CHF, one of you has stuck in a sell trade, you said. Okay, so let me look at the daily. Looking at monthly perspective, it is in fact strongly bearish. Looking at the weekly, you see that in fact it is also strongly bearish on the weekly perspective. Back to back, looking at the daily, now today we see the price has broken the high. So I think that because it has broken the previous day's high, it in fact grabbed liquidity from here. Okay, and then we can expect now slowly rejection. So if we look at, I think that CAD CHF with this, you see this red candle is basically has broken all this high, so it created a strong liquidity grab that we need. What happened is now followed by this current doji, which is still 50 minutes to go, but what we see that it is forming a doji, and I think that CAD CHF, that if it, highly likely that it may not be able to break this resistance. If it can't, then we could see further drop, because this price action also long-term bearish market, okay, which is in fact strong bearish market, guys. You see that, and in worst case scenario it could do that. Not a worst case scenario, what I say that in another scenario, because I shouldn't say worst case, but another scenario, it could go up to test this level, this previous support, turning resistance, and from this zone we can expect drop. So again, for going to the, so yeah, I think that there is another probability for this price to rise based on how this one is closing. Then we will know exactly, will be, it could be dropping or it could go up and test this level. Reason is, you can see there is in fact a clear head and shoulder here. The price has broken down from this head and shoulder. This is the previous support, which is turning resistance on this level. And if it goes up, because when you see head and shoulder like that, okay, the price breakdown, in most cases you can expect the price to test this previous support, which is turning resistance here on this neckline of this head and shoulder. But what we have seen that the price in fact still didn't test this previous support, which is turning resistance here, and now we can expect a rise, and that will be a very good place for entering a trade. I myself personally will open a trade if I see a clear retest in this zone. Normally I try to take the high probability trade all the time, and this is where I will find the highest probability trade on CAD CHF. From here I may not open any trade. As you can see, GBP CAD that we have opened early today, which is exactly this one sent to the students, is coming down to hit the profit target. And this is where, the reason I'm bringing it front is because so that I can place an example to you to show you so that you know exactly how these things work. Now GBP CAD, when we are doing this live streaming yesterday, you remember guys that this candle was closed, this bearish candle. Now this is why I told that this price is likely to drop. Let me explain what are the factors. So the factors that number one I look at is, always keep in mind the major trend. So you see that GBP CAD in a downtrend, and here see the more fake out you will find in a market, the stronger the flow will be. If I let's say if I go to another previous candle, this is a strong bullish signal guys. Many trader, I didn't take it because I know that the trend is down, but many you can say that almost many experienced trader will get trapped here. It's a complete trap. The reason is, you see, back to back 3 sessions. First of all, look how it created the trap. A very strong bullish candle followed by strong rejection to the downside. So many traders will think that okay, created a higher low, highly likely to be bullish. And the next one, this one is in fact a textbook bullish engulfer in the direction of this trend. There is a reversal here, okay, has broken up, created a pattern and created a bullish engulfer. This is a very strong bullish signal. And then what is the next step happen? You see what that one has been violated, and the next one is another bearish engulfer. This time the price has crossed both of these sessions low, closed as a bearish engulfer, okay, which is in fact a very high probability setup on GBP CAD. Now with that in mind, what this is where I have found that this price is highly likely to be dropping with the direction of the trend and also remaining in this rejection area, which is also pretty crucial. Okay, we see that in fact there's a bearish engulfer here, okay. It has crossed the high, quite a few sessions high, including this narrow dodges high, okay, which is a very high liquidity candle, liquidity zone. And so that means that basically it grabbed huge liquidity. Keep in mind the price moves along the direction of the liquidity all the time, okay, and that has done price. In fact, we see a strong sell signal, and that is what we have done. That's why we open the trade and send it to the students and also in my own account. So very impressively bearish price action. Coach, what you think about NASDAQ? Yeah, next we'll look at NASDAQ. Samuel, good morning to all. Thank you, Samuel. Natty, I'm in sell on NASDAQ. Yeah, thank you very much. Gold, please. Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about US30 bearish, right? Yeah, we'll look at next NASDAQ and US30. Which pair can I trade today? Yeah, gold could be a good pairs. Also, all the pairs now are trending. GBpusd melting, we'll look at it. Babaya has a thought on natural gas. Yeah, look at it. Gold, yeah, gold, sir. Gold, thank you very much. Quite a few requests on gold and GBP pairs and also NASDAQ. So let's look at NASDAQ. Now NASDAQ, we see that gold is showing bullish move, NASDAQ showing bearish move. Let me look at what is likely to happen. Looking at monthly on NASDAQ, this is the monthly price action. But you see that on the monthly on NASDAQ, there is a very strong bearish price action from here. First of all, a strong rejection, correction. It is now in another impulsive phase on the monthly perspective. This is the monthly candle which is closing in 8 hours time. But what we see that it's a full body red. Now from here, after the monthly close, I think that in the monthly close we might see further drop. If we look at the weekly, now weekly price action is very clear and strongly bearish. Okay, I love to trade this kind of price action because you see that you can predict this market very easily. How does this happen? Let me tell you how. I think normally, first of all, you can see this candle is a bearish engulfer, right? Nice looking bearish engulfer. Now the next one, if you closely look at the next one, has violated all this resistance level. Okay, even penetrated the low of this green candle and then closed back below as a long bearish engulfer, which is highly likely this price is highly bearish. Now if we turn on our TF indicator, we see a strong sell signal exactly where we need to sell. Now what we see that after closing of this bearish engulfer on the weekly perspective, the next one, let's replay the full. Okay, the next one is, let's replay that one. It's a I'm a kind of middleman, not fully developed, but it's a middleman. So when you see strong bearish engulfer followed by a middleman, and that middleman in fact tested this resistance, support turning resistance, from here we can expect NASDAQ to continue to drop, and as a result we see that in fact this price action has done that. Bearish engulfer. Okay, so if we look at daily, there is a very strong liquidity gap here on the daily. It's created this impulse correction. Now it is in another impulsive phase. So if we go back to the lower time frame, now with the higher time frame now aligning with the lower time frame, we see that NASDAQ, this current price action is bearish. It's now showing bearish. The reason is also, you can see there is an impulsive move, correction, impulse, and then this one you can see it has crossed this level. Okay, it has crossed up, grab liquidity, and then you can see that the price has broken that structure completely to the downside. The market structure is broken and it is now, it has prepared for a very strong drop. Okay, now this current candle, which is bearish engulfer, you can see it is coming back down. If we turn on our indicator, we see it's after the candle close, we could see, if it closed as a bearish engulfer, we could see a sell signal here. And in this drop, we have seen double top and then continuation to the downside. So this is where we see that NASDAQ is showing bearish, and I think that after closing of this candle, okay, the bottom of this green candle, this doji could be a zone for entering the trade. How the candle close, we'll see in fact where we can find significant trading opportunity on this one. Royal, yeah, I'm good, thank you very much for asking. That's awesome. Euro CAD, so net gas decreased by 20% in this trading week. Hold on. Okay, when natural gas, let me look at it. Yeah, so natural gas, guys, you have seen my analysis early, exactly as expected, and this price action, it could have massive drop, okay, because it has a big room to drop. In fact, if you closely look at this market, let's look at the monthly. You see that this price action is highly, it was bubble to the upside, and then this month, after the previous monthly rejection from this level, we have seen that nat gas started to drop. Now if we look at the weekly, this is the weekly's level of support here. Okay, so this is the weekly support on nat gas. As you can see, the same level acted here as resistance here, support here, okay, support here. Now from here we can expect it to test as resistance, and from here we can consider drop, but at the same time we see this price already has broken support on the lower time frame. So let's jump on to daily. Now this is where we see that a very nice looking bearish pattern, and you see this is a very established support on the weekly, support here, okay, and with that support we have seen primarily a bounce to this level, and then has come back to the same level, to the level of support again, and then has been another bounce. Okay, now with that bounce, what we have seen that the price has created in fact a clean head and shoulder, and with that head and shoulder formation we have seen as natural gas has broken out of this monthly daily level of support here, and with that breakout, what we see with this narrow doji, the price tested this support, this support as resistance, followed by a very long bearish engulfer. Now this candle, we see that it has crossed the previous one's high, okay, also crossed the low, very strongly bearish engulfer, followed by 2 days narrow doji, one narrow candle, which is after an impulse you'll see like that. So this is where we see that very strong movement, and that's where we see gap opening and then continuation to the drop. So I think that, as you can see, there is no significant level of support to stop this price. Then if you are not trading, then how you can enter a trade? What I would say that you see this, it has already established a trend, right? Impulse correction. So the best place for entry will be previous support turning resistance, okay, this level, because the price definitely will not continue to move like that. At some point you will see a break of local structure. Okay, this is a local trend line. We could see a break of this level, testing this support as resistance, and from that level we can expect for drop, and that is how best entry. That I use that, as I told you all the time, liquidity gap, and that is why the trade that we send is so successful is because this is one of my most important criteria in my trading is the liquidity. Liquidity is very, very powerful. My entry was 1852 for short. We'll look at it. So for gold, US30, absolutely. It's a possible entry position for gold. It's almost reaching my selling pending order. Thank you. Gold selling pending order. Look at it. Euro NZD. Thank you very much. So let's jump on to gold, guys. Okay, so we see that gold, this is current sessions candle, but I will not be a seller so early on gold. The reason is gold is still, the price action is bullish, guys. Okay, we could see some drop, we could see, could not see, but for me the price action is still bullish until we see clear break of structure, retest. I will not be seller, but at the same time I will not stop you from selling. If you're selling, it depends on what time frame you are trading, what's your strategy. You probably, you have seen something that is in the market. Maybe I haven't seen, that could happen. But for me, if I do the full analysis, let's say on the daily, we see that this price action is bullish. You see there is a weakless candle here, okay, created this bullish, followed by this is a narrow doji on the daily. Now as the monthly close is coming, we could see some little bit of unusual, that I can say, behavior in gold. Now if I look at the 4-hour time frame, we see that in fact gold, this is the 4-hour and the local price action. If you look at, see, this is where the most important part of trading decision. You see every time the price is creating series of higher low, you can see that higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, a very strong series of higher low. Okay, now the long-term trend, as you know, that is a long-term bullish trend. Okay, and this is the daily chart, long-term bullish trend and short. So you if you look at monthly, which is bullish, if you look at weekly also, which is bullish, if you look at daily also, which is bullish. Okay, if you look at 4-hour, what we see that it is also showing bullish. So for me, so far it is bullish, but at the same time, as I mentioned, that there is a probability for drop, which is because the monthly candle and weekly candle is closing. We might see, let's say, if you look at the weekly, the price in a zone where there is nothing here, right? So the buyers might get scared a little bit and started to sell off or may close their position. So there is a probability for gold, let's say, to drop and close somewhere here. So that is why I'm not discouraging to sell based on how the price action is forming. We'll see, in fact, or even it could remain sideways in this zone and then slowly again picking up. Okay, so that's why I need a very high probability setup. As you can see, this one formed during the live session yesterday. Okay, this candle, okay, formed during the live session, and because we opened an Euro JPY, that's why we didn't develop. But this kind of price action is absolutely amazing, and you can see that exactly where we see the buy signal on gold, and all of them are extremely profitable. 3 signals here according to our TF indicator. Now this is our basically trend following strategy translate it into a Pine script. Everything getting updated, everything is getting smarter. Forex Trading Wizard Academy is committed to give the best possible tools and service for the rest of your life. So if you are our lifetime member, you should be able to access this in your trading view or even in MetaTrader 4. So this is basically will help you to screen out the trade, and then you don't need to look everywhere where you know where the trade is. But at the same time, I do not recommend to use this blindly. That is why it is important to you that first you learn the strategy, and then you use that indicator, so that you need to manually justify the trade before you take according to the rules, definitely. So yeah, let's find out what happened, and then we'll jump on whatever situation. As you know that sometimes we take a very quick decision on trading. The one that we opened yesterday on Euro JPY, you remember that I took it very quick. That's how it is. That's why people they said that trading is reactive, not predictive. Some people say that. So it's basically it means that you can't guess long ago. As soon as you see right price action, then you have to jump on the trade. Toby's dollar CAD, please. Absolutely. Himanshu Kogi, can we buy gold now? Let's look at Jigar Battle. Sir, euro dollars, say please, sir, your tip. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're amazing, Jigar Battle. Thank you. If anyone wanna contribute in this live session, you can use the super chat or super thanks. That will really appreciate it if you want to contribute to support Forex Trading Wizard Academy. And many ways you can support also, guys. There is a link in the description for a regulated broker, EverTrade. If you open using our link, use the code wizard, you entitled to have 40% welcome bonus for the eligible country resident. Keep in mind that. So you can use that link to join them. That's how you're supporting the Forex Trading Wizard Academy as well, and you get a regulated broker with bonus offer. Thank you. So with that in mind, let's jump on US30. Okay, from the US30 perspective, what we see that let me look at higher time frame. Sometime that in the lower time frame it might be a little bit difficult to predict. So US30 on the, we first look at monthly. Okay, now this is the monthly candle which is closing on US30 now, which is almost similar strength with the bulls on that same month. Now take our Fibonacci for this move on the monthly from the high to the low, around at 38.2% Fibonacci level. Okay, now this monthly close in fact will determine many things of this, the next one. Looking at weekly, you see there is a weekly, this is the weekly candle that has a huge liquidity in it with this long bearish engulfer on the weekly, followed by a narrow doji. Now this week we see the prices still didn't break this weekly high. Looking at daily, you can see that this is the resistance zone, and also this is a triangular pattern forming here. Okay, now this is where the structure is very important when when we are trading. Now you you can see the price action is formed this triangle here, okay, and also this triangle. Okay, now this price action is in fact bearish. Okay, the reason is you can see this impulse like that, and then triangle here. Okay, this is basically, in most cases you see this price has broken down. Now it could go up for a liquidity grab and then could continue to drop, but basically the final destination for this kind of price action is bearish. So it will create another attempt to break, or even it could break to continue to drop. So on the daily we found a direction for bearish. Now if we look at the intraday, we see that like NASDAQ US30 also with this candle forming very narrow and red bearish engulfer. Okay guys, so basically this is bearish, but I would say that NASDAQ is strongly, looks like that a bit stronger than US30, but you know that both of them is almost follow the same kind of pattern. But just GBP USD, absolutely, please search GBP. Okay, we'll look at it. Samuel, yeah, Samuel, absolutely, you can go to the website, use the live chat, ask the agent, they will provide, because it might be a little bit difficult to share publicly for the privacy reason. So you can go to the website, use the live chat, and ask the agent to give the detail. She's always there, she will give you the detail. And also join the free Telegram channel where you can find all the updates. As you have seen that any trade you open in this live will be updated in the free Telegram channel, guys. So link in the description, you can join that to stay up to date. I do share some of the ideas on the free Telegram channel. Are you going to short US30? Basically US30, I'm not taking a trade currently, but the price action is bearish. If I find an entry, why not? So this is the goal of trading, isn't it? Finding a trade, but being patient is the key aspect of trader, guys. Keep in mind guys, that you know, JC Livermore, a legendary trader, he said that money comes from sitting, not from trading. I told this many times, I know that, but just to remind you. So what does it mean? It's a metaphor. It's just it just remind you that more of patience is money, because if we are not patient, then what will happen? You'll see that. See, in my own experience, I have seen that many of you, definitely if you are trading, you know that we do have good trades. Okay, every one of you, even in the beginning, you'll see that you take some good trade and you really feel good about it. But the problem happens is one good trade ruins, you know, ruined by 3 or 4 bad trades, wiped out. Now then how do you eliminate that bad trades? Is by patient. This is only the thing that you need to keep in mind. The patience is the key. When you are patient, you definitely know that in fact when to take, when not to take. And in my experience as a tool, and also I have seen many of my students portfolio also. So what happened is that, let's say we are patient and we had a good trade, we're very happy, okay, and then next one we have another good trade, very happy, and once we had a bad trade, we started to become impatient. Okay, until we have a good trade, we feel patient. Once we have a bad trade, then we start to feel impatient. It's normal, it's all human in the same way, it's okay. So then how do you overcome that? The only way you can overcome is by cultivating patience. It's only the things. Absolutely, GJ. Yeah, thank you very much, Jordan. It's awesome. Thank you. GBP JPY check, please. Good. We're looking at GBP JPY. Okay, GBP JPY, guys, as I mentioned in my previous analysis as well, which is highly bearish. Okay, looking at weekly, also you see that GBP JPY, after a little retracement to the upside, created a very strong bearish engulfer. Looking at the daily as well, we see that GBP JPY, in fact, on the daily time frame as well, is highly bearish. After this impulse corrected to this level, now it is in another impulsive phase. So this is a very strong bearish price action. Okay, it's doing exactly textbook pattern following, so which is highly likely that will drop. Now on the 4 hour, after forming a clean head and shoulder, we have seen GBP JPY has dropped, followed by this previous support, which is turning resistance here on GBP JPY, okay, with this narrow doji, and then has dropped. Now if we look at, so this is basically a highly bearish price action, guys, and I think that, you know, that as we are running Euro JPY trade, which already we closed with full profit. Now for GBP JPY, we need, as the monthly close is coming, if we see the price has done a slow retracement, then we'll consider going short. Okay, at this point, it's not a good idea to sell directly from here. The price is at the bottom, and we need to see what it is doing. Yeah, absolutely. Last year, New York trading short-term Euro NZD. So Euro NZD, basically, Euro NZD looks like that it is also creating a bearish price action. Okay, we might see a daily 20 EMA retest on Euro NZD. So basically this is the 4 hour candle, which is closing in 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time, we could see that Euro NZD, the way it is forming, highly likely that it will continue to drop, and it could be even a change of trend. If you look at higher time frame, we see that the monthly price action back to back 2 months drop. Now this month the price has gone up to this resistance, now it is rejecting. So on Euro NZD as well, could see that this price is coming back down. Okay, so yeah, so all this clean direction, Euro NZD multiple times grab liquidity, highly likely that this price action will continue to drop. And we have seen on Euro NZD there is a very strong reversal pattern here. Okay, triple top, price has broken down, tested multiple times this previous support zone, which is turning resistance here, and from that level we see that Euro NZD now coming back down. So yeah, let's see what happened. Okay, all right, guys, so I know that this is, guys, weekend is today 31st of December, now started in your zone, maybe still 30th. So with that, you know, New Year coming tomorrow, and definitely all of you have good plan. This is also weekend, guys. I know that every one of you really passionate about this weekend. So I'll not extend further this session today, a little bit of shorter. GBP CAD trade is running in profit. Very good, thank you. And I'll not extend guys much on this session because I know that many of you have planned, but I will be on chart because this is what I always pursue. But definitely I will have weekend plan as well. So with that in mind guys, I'm gonna end this session for today a bit earlier than any time, and definitely I will release my weekly forex forecast and I will be on live like every trading day. January is the new year is coming, incredible trading opportunity guys. Make sure you don't miss out NFP coming. Join today, there's a discount going on in this year, so link in the description, and learn our strategies and to trade with us. Thank you very much, and I will be ending this session now. Make sure you give a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll release the also new videos during the same time we release analysis, so keep eye and press that bell button. So thank you, see you tomorrow. Happy New Year, happy weekend, happy holiday, stay safe.